Emma as well, and from Stage North's production of Peace Country Harvest, another Hallmark parody musical, we have Kylie and Hunter here. Hello, Kylie.
Hi.
And good morning, Hunter.
Good morning.
Thanks, you both, for being here today. Wow, we got 4 shows left, folks. We're like halfway done, I suppose.
Very exciting.
Yeah, right? Let's talk to you first, Kylie, about kind of your experience with this. You're playing Amber, and if people haven't seen the show yet, you're kind of like your Autumn's sister who works at the farm, and Autumn's gone to the big city and come back to sort of help out. Tell us a bit about your kind of interaction with the play and your character that you're playing.
So, Amber is an odd duck, she, to say the least. She is an interesting character. She's been really fun to interact and kind of grow from the pages. And I really have enjoyed working with Eve, who plays Autumn. Mm-hmm. And just kind of building this backstory of the sisters and how they were when they were younger and what that looked like when Autumn moved away and how Amber sort of stepped into this role on the farm and what that looks like and doesn't always look great. It's just, she's been a really interesting character to dig into and look past the surface level and like build her this whole life and this whole story. And she has layers.
I'll say. I mean, I think we could say in general, Forrest and Autumn, played by Tanner and Eve, who were here last week, they kind of have the big kind of love story of the show. But your two characters, without giving too much away, also have a love story, and I would say more of the comedy love story of the show. Hunter, you play Autumn's fiance. Oh my gosh, Blaze, there it is. It's like I'm in the show and I say your name several times. Tell us about your kind of interaction with the character and getting in on this show.
It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of my first time playing the more comedy-based role. I'm usually more in like somewhere more mean or villainous type situations. So it's been very different being the guy who gets the laugh rather than the guy who says something and the whole audience goes, "Ooh, okay."
What's that been like for you then?
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely different and takes a lot more getting used to. Like, it's hard to know if the jokes are going to land, or especially just reading the script. It's like, okay, I get the joke. How does it get delivered to, like, or is it like a reference to something I don't get? Because sometimes that's the case, is like it's a reference to a piece of media I haven't seen, so there's a specific way the joke's supposed to go, but I haven't heard it, so I deliver it completely different, and then... So that's been definitely interesting and different from the way that I'm used to acting and stuff, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Tell me both. Are you both from Fort St. John, or did you come here at different times in your life?
I'm born and raised.
I'm also born and raised.
There you go. So I know. Amber is also kind of from the area, the character you play, Kylie, but of course Hunter's not. Hunter's from Vancouver. So. Not Hunter, pardon me. This is screwing me up. Blaze is from Vancouver. Sorry, Hunter. Tell me about playing that role, because of course you're kind of playing a comedic, heightened version of what we think of as a guy from Vancouver.
What helps is that it's what we think of as a guy from Vancouver, so I kind of do a lot of that, but there's definitely been a decent chunk of like researching a little more, because I've been to Vancouver a couple of times, but not a ton, and I'm not super familiar with the area, so it's definitely different. Like a lot of us are playing like born and raised Fort St. John people, and we're born and raised Fort St. John people, so it's like, I know what to do. I am not from Vancouver. My sister lived there for a couple of months. And so it definitely was challenging to be like, I don't know any of the source material for this one. I got to figure that out.
But I suppose, as you say, because it's what we perceive of as someone from Vancouver, you were very aware of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't like... the stuff I was aware of was the stuff that we were trying to over-exaggerate rather than the stuff that was a little bit more accurate.
Yeah. And, of course, this is a musical, which has been really fun to be a part of. I know you've been in a couple musicals, Hunter, and I think you too, Kylie, but what about being one of the leads in a musical? Is this kind of your first time doing that? Or?
No.
Okay. You're both old hats at this then, I suppose, eh?
Just you, but that's okay. With you guys being in comedic roles and you're doing a longer run than last time, have you found like your real stride of, or jokes hitting different like later in the run, or have you found like kind of like favorite moments in the play at all? Especially like Hunter, like you're new to comedy. Have you like found like a moment you're like, no, I really found out how to deliver this. It's like hitting every time.
My favorite moment so far has been, I have a line about tennis lessons, and the last show we did, I got that line out, and I heard one person very audibly go, "Ha! Tennis lessons." Absolutely gold. It was perfect. I almost broke on stage a little bit because that was just such a great moment.
Gotta love it when one person in the
Yeah,
audience
you hear that one guy in the back, he's like, "Yeah, that was great," and I'm like, "That's awesome." So there's been a lot of moments like that where it's like, even if it's not everyone, like you get a few people with jokes, or like different people get different jokes and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. It's fun to see what different crowds laugh at and what they like laugh harder at and less at, because it's never the same through an entire run. It's definitely, everyone gets different jokes at different levels and things like that.
Yeah. And what about all the Fort St. John references? Was that all like, yep, I'm getting every one of these?
Well, like Hunter said, every crowd kind of gets something different from each show. So there'll be one thing that it'll land exactly the way you want it to, and everybody will crack up. And then there will be another time when it's the same exact line, said exactly the same way, and you'll only have maybe one or two people who either understand the reference or appreciate the reference. But Fort St. John is one of those towns where, I say with love, it's so easy to pick at and tease at in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that are so unique to Fort St. John and just so niche to us that if you're someone who's from here or someone who's been here for any length of time, you know exactly what they're talking about, and it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else.
And again, we should say you don't have to have seen a Peace Country Christmas, a Hallmark parody musical, to enjoy this. There's a couple of us who were in the first one, but other than me, everyone's kind of playing a new characters, so it's not required. You could just enjoy this one all on its own. I'm going to give each of you a minute to tell us why we should come see one or all or some of the last 4 shows. Kylie, you first.
I love theater. I definitely was not involved in theater when I was younger. It was something that I got into more in high school. But it's such an incredible thing, and it's so fun to go in there and see all of these people that you maybe know or who haven't seen for so long, and just either see them on stage, run into them in the theater, and get to enjoy this amazing piece of art that was created by Ben and Taylor, who Ben obviously is from here, and just appreciate our town and the beauty that it is and the people that we have, and just really get to enjoy and appreciate our city in a way that sometimes we forget to.
Well said. Hunter, what about you? Why should we come see?
It's an intense follow-up, Hunter.
To piggyback on that a little bit, but besides it just generally being a lot of fun, the show is very much tailored towards people in our community. Yeah. So even if you're sort of unsure about the content or if you're going to enjoy it, it is very much for you. Yeah. Written about things you know, things that are familiar to you, a lot of jokes about stuff that's happened around the community. And so I think that's definitely a reason to come in. I had a few friends that I invited to, and they were a little bit iffy. They were like, a musical? Like, okay, I've not really done that before. And then they came out of it and they were like, it was so great, you know, all the references to things we actually know and like stuff like that. So I definitely think that if you've got the free time this weekend to come to one or more shows, it's definitely worth it. And with it being written by people in town as well, it's kind of a unique show. You'll only ever get to see it this one run.
That's right.
In this community. So it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely. All right. Well, the show runs tomorrow, so October 30th, Halloween night, and November 1st at 7:30 p.m. There's also a matinee showing at 2 p.m. at November 1st, on November 1st. So make sure you get your tickets now at npcc.bc.ca. Kylie and Hunter, thanks so much for coming by to talk to us this morning. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.